Good morning. Good morning. God dang it. So I'm kind of hurt and disappointed that I have seen that of 2026 that Martin Luther King and June 19th has been removed. Um, it's really sad because they're trying to really remove Black history all in general. Um, it's kind of sad, like people trying to erase what we went through, and it doesn't matter what we went through, but we're still being attacked verbally, mentally, emotionally, physically. But you can't erase the fact of how we got treated. Hand cut off, leg cut off, beaten, whoops all on your back, starvation, you know, being messed with. And it's just completely sad that how they did that. Oh, you're going to go ahead and remove our culture, you know. And there's just so much going on. I forgot what you call this nationality, the Somalian. They say that they're not black. They don't like black Americans, right? So I'm like, what is going on in the world? Why everybody hates blacks for some reason? And they love to use this excuse to say that we're lazy. Dark means that we're poor. And that's not the case. Not in my opinion. Every black person is not lazy. Every black person is not poor. But that's what society want us to be. Unfortunately. Is it sad? Of course. It's really sad because we have worked so hard. Everybody's not the same, and everybody's not like that. For me, for example, I go to work every day. When I go on here live, that's the day I go to work, right? And you guys see me doing my makeup, getting ready. I'm representing black women every day because they say black women are ugly. We're uneducated. We're poor, right? That's what they love to use that word, but they want to keep us that way. They are afraid of us. I don't care what no one say, because they are. They don't want to see black women to achieve anything in life. They want us to be beneath them. Is that fair? No, it's not. It's not fair. And that's why I keep telling everybody, and people want to be in La La Land. I think I might make a video out of this. I don't know. That people trying to pressure me on having kids, and I don't want to have kids. And people making like, oh, well, don't say that. And I'm like, what kind of world you living in? Let it make sense. Like, you can't get mad with somebody because somebody made a choice and say, well, I don't want to have kids because of the depression, the negativity, the agony, of it all. And it's already hard enough. You can't even get a job. They're firing everybody, especially blacks. They don't want blacks to learn nothing. They don't want us to know anything in life. And that's why I hate that all of these kids are fighting and they're not trying to learn. Hold on, y'all. Grandma, we should go use the bathroom. Okay, because I say you probably need to walk too a little bit. I didn't want to have kids either, but now I'm pushing 40. I want one. Maybe I'm too old for it. You're never too old for nothing. You see, Janet had a baby at 50. I'm just saying, she had a baby at 50. There's a lot of people having babies in their 40s. You're beautiful. Your kids will be beautiful. Oh, thank you, my love. But it's so scary out here to have children. And then you don't even know who you dating most of the time because, I don't know, dating too is scary now. A lot of men have a lot of health issues. Um, it's just a lot of guys just want to be more controlling. They insecure about how they look, but you chose them to be with them, right? But they don't see the value in themselves and they just have low self-esteem, and I don't have time dealing with that. I'm not finna babysit a man to tell him how good he is to me, and he should know that's why I chose him. I'm not trying to choose somebody that what may look good for a second and then that's not my specialty. If you make it to 50, you're not supposed to be thinking about having children. But some people do. She's not the only one. But you have to think about it. Being in the entertainment industry, you being a slave, really. I don't care what nobody say. You're being a slave to be on stage doing the same routine over and over, over and over. And then most of those celebrities wait till they get a certain age because sometimes they probably wasn't ready. And then, um, you know, but most of the time, it'd be complications, having a baby. The internet's messing people up. I can say. I say with the kids. I think social media is definitely, messing up with the kids. That's who they really attracting, more of the younger people. Um, I just keep looking back at, my old TV shows growing up, and then, we didn't know what they was doing, like on Nickelodeon, the Amanda Show. They had, you just had pedophiles on that show. Excuse me, I don't think I'm supposed to say that. Pedos on the show, and they was obsessed with feet, and then they was messing with those kids behind the scenes. And it's kind of sad. Like you be like, I didn't know they went through that. Yeah, they went through a lot. Favorite TV shows that I watched when I was younger, and some of them you can't really look at the same because you just like they went through all of that. But Janet had the money for doctors. It's medically more dangerous to have children over 50. Yeah, it is. But people do it every day. But I guess too, you had to eat right and everything too. Yep, you gotta eat right. You gotta definitely eat right. You're so calm and nice. Why most people else on YouTube so hectic? Well, because most times they be talking about the gossip and the celebrity news, and a lot of people don't want the calmness. Hi, Algie, how you been? A lot of people just don't want the calmness anymore. People just like messy things, and I don't really be in all to that. Sometimes I will do a little bit, but at the same time, that's not for me. If you want to make children, the only thing you have to do is take. Oh my gosh, hush. I just don't think children are for everybody. That's just my personal belief. Especially when you went through a lot, and that's just me. I think like people like me that's been hurt and went through a lot of things with friends and family, we tend to not rush to have children, and we're trying to figure out our lives and accomplish a lot and more in life. And you know I've been good too. Just mad that they removed Martin Luther King Jr. birthday and June 19th next year. That pissed me off. See, because a lot of people, y'all already trying to take, y'all already took the rap industry away from us, right? Which I know that it was going down anyway because they didn't put a lot of people like Sexy Red and all of that. I didn't like, because you representing women of color, and you up there showing them, oh, it's okay to have a STD. I mean, making fun of it, it's not funny. Just because these people have went into the lab and created pills and stuff. Okay, what if you can't access the pill? That's not something to be proud of, or make you naming lip glosses after STDs, gonorrhea, and all that. What's so funny about that? And that's why kids don't know nothing now, because the parents want them to be like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, Ariana Grande. Who else? It's just a lot that these people want their kids to be like. Why people cannot give you a holiday you can celebrate what you want to celebrate? Well, let me tell you this. Martin Luther King, now that's a holiday because, yes, he did wanted world peace. He wanted everybody to come together. However, during the years, people still act the way they do, but it did open doors for new possibilities of jobs and, being in the industry, being a model, just working corporate and everything else. And doctors, lawyers, everything. Make a make in Juneteenth going into Martin Luther King, yes, MLK, and June 19th is gone. Trump did that. you know, he put his day. So he started only the national holiday is gonna start in February, President's Day, and then he have his day in June. But I'm like, why you couldn't leave Martin Luther King Jr. alone? Yes, it's that's how bad. And he already removed his statue and stuff when he went in there. Um, and I just like you didn't do anything. These men, they were leaders. They wanted to create world peace. Everything Martin Luther King worked for, he wanted to go in there and remove it. But all the dumb folks, the entertainers, oh, he's not like that. Um, this and that. But now y'all see. But it doesn't matter because as long as you get paid, you get money, right? Okay. All of these entertainers are sellouts. I don't know why y'all go to their concerts. I don't know why. Why y'all go to their concerts? They sell out. They are sellouts. You don't really hear much about black people, um, entertainers that really stand up for the black community. You don't have leaders. They done strayed all of these people to hell. I'm being honest. Like these young girls, they don't know nothing. They just know about drinking, partying, shaking their butt, trying to be like Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, and that's just tiresome. Now I can say when I was coming up and growing up, my mother did not play that at all. Like she didn't play that. And it's not about somebody being perfect, but it's just like, okay, y'all do this too much. Y'all need to learn to stop being the way you are. But you have these parents too. They're trying to be their children's friend. And why are you trying to live through your child? You should be teaching your child, especially these young girls, how to dress. I'm just being honest, like how to dress and doing their hair. They don't have to be. What's a nice word I can say this? But I think I'm gonna say the real hoish. That's not cute. And there's too many of us getting missing, and they don't care. No, it's not about when they do things and we shouldn't be surprised. It's about us trying to fight. We don't fight, but we fight one another. That's the thing that I don't understand. Mr. T, I'm glad he's enjoying his retirement, but I miss him. He was the best. Yeah, these girls don't have any standards. Even if you try to talk to them, you get the eye roll and lip service. No, and the smacking, like, but that's what the parents taught. I mean, let them get away with. Um, wearing blue, pink. I'm tired of that. Everybody's about, well, such and such. Most of those people who do wear those colors, they are artists. You're not an artist. You working a 9 to 5 job every day. Some people are hairstylists, right? Supposedly, but you should change up your appearance though. And people get mad. You supposed to. What you getting mad for? And that's why they don't know anything about life. They think everything out here is cute. Um, it's sad. And then you have a lot of girls. I know stuff like this happen, but they are getting pregnant, and then guys don't want to marry them. And that's why I said when I be in a relationship, I want to be serious. I want my next relationship to be serious. I'm not trying to play and all of that. I want somebody that I can build with. Because all the other guys in my life, they just want to come around and trying to suck your energy, being a succubus, and they just want to try to sleep with you. No, I said no. And they get mad with you and act like you the problem. I know I'm not the problem. You mad because you can't have access to me. That's the issue. And you think that I'm finna beg and cry over you. Nah, I'm not finna do that. And I'm not finna be needy over you either. It take me one time to ask. It only take me one time to trust you. And if you come at me at the wrong way, you say something, okay, we finished. We done. I'm not going back and forth. I don't do that. And that's why a lot of guys get mad or they don't understand where I come from because I don't go back and forth. I leave you alone. Because I'm not going to waste my time and energy over a man, a so-called man who's a boy, don't want to grow up because that's what's wrong with these men. They don't want to be in a relationship. It's not all. I'm just talking about the ones that I dealt with. They're not emotionally stable. And this the thing that I hate when men say, "Oh, I just didn't have the money." Well, why are you trying to date somebody? So-called date, or you just trying to get some? You don't really need to be doing that either. You need to be focused on getting your craft together, not about who you trying to sleep with. Do I wear headbands? No. Why you say that? I used to. Well, when I was wearing like half wigs, but this just for the lace. I hope to melt the lace down. But I don't understand what's wrong with these men. I'm not finna babysit you. I'm not finna chase you. And when they see I don't do that, they look at me crazy. Oh, you such and such, and you think you better, and this and that. Okay, yeah. And you want me to argue with you? No, I'm not finna argue with you. Because it just shows how insecure you are. I don't chase after no man. And I don't care what you say. Oh, you must think you all that. Yeah. If you feel like or if you feel or you think I'm all of that, then okay. But I'm not finna chase after no man. What Beyonce them said, my mama taught me better than that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like I said, I don't care what no one say. And that's the same thing with females. You gotta be careful with females. Females too, they'll use you in a minute, set you up, be friends or whatever y'all want to have relationships with them. But, I deal with females, I be trying to be friends with them, be thinking that they my sister. I'm just talking about in all races. I have been friends with a lot of females and they all just been acting stupid. So I'm like, maybe God just telling me I just need to be by myself because, I be trying to, have friends and all of that, but it just don't work out. But hey, it is what it is. But anyway, back to Martin Luther King. They did remove it in Juneteenth. before anybody ignorant come up here and say, yeah, they need to remove it and this and that, because you are stupid. You're stupid. As time moves forward, they are trying to dumb down black Americans day by day. They are taking things away from black Americans. They're trying to put hate towards us. Um, and they're just trying to say that we're not smart enough. Because they want to keep us beneath them. There are beautiful, talented black women and black men, handsome black men. We are capable. We all not rancher. We all don't do drugs. And we just don't do that. That's what they want to put out there for us and to us, because they trying to tear us down. So it's been a very crazy, surprising, unexpected year. A lot of Africans have came out and showed their true colors. They said that they better than blacks. We're not the same. I said, wow, okay, because y'all speak a different language. Okay, okay. And what did I just say the name? Somalian. They said they don't like black Americans. They say that they better. I mean, we just getting attacked from left and right this year. But like I said, from 2020 up to now, it's just a lot of people showing their true colors. And I think that's what God is really telling us and showing us, that, hey, we're not free from anything. We're still slaves. It's just in a built up new system. Um, that's what it is. Because people always talking about, oh, why it gotta be about blacks? Because we go through the most hardship. That's why. That's why it's about black Americans, because we've been going through so much. We get followed in the store. We go to these jobs. They don't want to hire us. Then when you know something more than them, they still don't want you. They don't want to pay you. They overlook you and give the job to somebody else that's not like you. Working at the beauty supply store have taught me that for the I've been working at the beauty supply store for a very long time. And they don't want blacks to know anything, because they don't want blacks to be smarter than them. And that's what it is in this so-called united slash divided states of America. They don't want blacks to know anything. They don't want us to be smart or outsmart them or talk back to them. But they can talk to us any kind of way. And that's not right, because of our skin color, which is so stupid, in my honest opinion. So stupid. And most of our society has failed us, because I was also looking at Brian McKnight. I don't know if y'all know that singer or not. It was very disappointing and hard to listen to how he was talking and saying about his children and his ex-wife. But the thing that came into my mind is that he wants to be white. That's what that is. He wants to be white. He talked like he's white, and he feel like he's too much and he's better than his ex family. So he got him an Asian woman or whatever her nationality is, and he provide more for her children. And it is sad, because how could you do that? It's just like, I just feel like history is repeating itself, and I think God just showing us how people feel about one another. And yeah, it is like the black men, okay, I get it. You can love who you love, right? But at the same time, it feels like y'all try to make black women feel shame. But you have all these different nationalities want to do the same thing as black women. They getting their butts done. Back in the slavery times, or back then, they used to say, "Oh, black women, they look stank," with the big butts and stuff. And then we was picked about our nose and our lips and things of that nature. Look now, you can go on Fashion Nova. They all got their lips done, nose done to make it smaller, their butt hanging over, looking like hippos and ducks, right? Oh, and guess what? Most of the majority are light skinned. You'll probably see a few blacks. But I'm just saying, and nobody's not speaking up about it. And people could probably say, oh, you just hater. I'm not a hater. I'm just seeing history being repeated again, but it's in a different way. And people not trying to acknowledge it or pretend like they can't see it. Sarah Bartman. I don't know if y'all remember her. She was a slave. She was thick, curvy woman, had a big old butt, and they didn't understand how she was formed. They was touching her inappropriately and tipping her off, and she was good for to dance around shaking her butt, which I see the artists today doing the same thing, and people don't want to compare. I don't know, maybe I should do a video on that one day, and people probably be mad with me, but that's what's being replicated. They try to make excuses for dating outside of their race. They don't have to put black women down for an excuse for dating outside their race. Yeah, that's what you want to do then, because that's why black women, I don't want to say angry, some of them probably are angry, but it just make you feel sad. It's like, oh, like we were the ones that we support y'all the most. And the first thing most of the black men gonna say, because they holler too much, the Latinas, they gonna holler at you. They gonna be laughing, I mean not laughing, they gonna be yelling too in their language at you. Then most matter of fact, they gonna be saying the N-word to you. Then what? So y'all can't make excuses saying that black women are loud and this and that. They the same way too. I feel like women are women. But it's the fact that to love someone, it had to be seen as a color. That's the only thing I'm just concerned. Like, to show appreciation or love somebody, it has to be seen by color. And we as black women, we do feel rejected because we do show support. We do love our black, American men or black men, period. But then it's like this motive or this attitude, like, oh, I'm too good to be with a black woman type of thing. And that's just how it shows. And it do hurt because it just be disappointing. Like, to me, like most of the people that I had a crush on or I loved so much, they date women from a different race. And they make fun of women who are brown skin or darker skin. I don't date no dark skinned woman. They be ugly. What? I'm like, okay, okay. And it just be sad because that's what society has planted in our brains. And that's what, by planting in our brains, is like what you see on TV. They made a mockery of out of us, the hair and all of that. Yeah, people can go natural and then they have their hair all over, but I don't like that either because I want to see your face. You can wear your hair natural, just put up into a bun. I want to see your face. They treat us and do us all any kind of ways, but at the end of the day, um, I don't look up to no celebrity. I think most of the celebrities that I did look up to, they are no longer here. They passed away. due to the extreme measures of the hardship of being in the industry. And the ones that probably still are here that I watched growing up, they have regular jobs. They say that, people say, oh, you must be broke and this and that. Some people probably are broke, but they decided to live a normal life because the industry want to have you as a sex slave. And you're not willing to do that for your talent. And that's why, you know, I never seen the movie. I'm not trying to see the movie. It's called Sinners by Michael B. Jordan, with Michael B. Jordan and the whole cast. That celebrities were talking about that, and they was crying, said they saw themselves like they sold their soul to be in the industry. Yes, you get to a certain amount, like they have you doing provocative things, dancing naked, half naked, and this and that. And people be like, well, this is my body, that's my choice. But what you representing children? Because children are going to see it. And people, like, they forget children are here. So like, people don't think no more. People don't think that people don't care about children being here anymore on this planet. And then when you see them in person, y'all look funny when y'all, dress provocative, and it's be like, yeah. And y'all be looking, why the parents bring them here? Because children are everywhere. And you all, and that's what Prince and Michael was telling you all, is to not be a slave to the industry. Yep, they convince people to hate themselves. Yeah. I had someone tell me I sound ghetto with the Brooklyn accent because they don't know nothing. I would date anyone who treats me like a queen. That's it. Okay, respect to you. But my response is some black women have to stop getting platforms talking down on black men, because some have bad experience doesn't mean it's all black men are bad. Um, Mr. 24 DC, I guess you just got on here. I said not all. I said the ones that I dealt with, and then I was saying like most of the entertainers. But I understand where you're coming from, and I also was getting on the females too. So I'm not trying to put everything all on males as well. Blessings, sis. Thank you. Miss Catherine, yeah, I love somebody too, whoever come in my life and treat me right. It is kind of scary to date outside your race because you don't know the person, then you don't know what you getting into, because people can show you one way and then they show you somebody else later down in life. That what scares me. And I don't want to be mistreated, and I don't want to get mistreated. I want somebody to care about me as much as I care about them, and that we are a team and we're working together, not, against one another. Yeah, I know all men not bad. It's hard to find the right men's out here because, you know, men, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like men like them hoochie mamas. Uh, they just do, to me, in my honest opinion. They really do. And it's sad. And you try to like understand like why they like women like that. But men are men. I told you guys my experience. Like, a lot of the guys that I tried to talk to or go on a date with, they didn't know how to treat me. They were they were not good people. They just wasn't. And people just feel like they can get access to you when they feel like it, to be bartered with you. You can be the most beautiful woman in the world. Like I tell everybody else, you can have the biggest butt in the world. But a man gonna be a man. He gonna do what he wanna do. That's just my honest opinion. People don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. I date the person I have more in common with, and that just happens to be men in my own race. Okay, that's what's up. You know, that's to each his own. You know, but everybody can love who they love, but it's just the attitude. I feel bad that good black women being overlooked because of types like Sexy Red and the forefront problem is not enough. Michelle Obama too. Many, too many Megan Thee Stallion types. Yeah. Know thyself and pray for an equal yoke partner. Amen. Amen. I cannot agree with you. Yep, we don't. Like every day I go to work, I think I want to make a video on that on Thursday. Which y'all want? Y'all want to like a story time with me working at the beauty supply store. What I see, I wish I could have been like recording some stuff. Like y'all, you would be like, no, and I'd be like, yes. Like girls come in there half naked. You can see their nipples. Um, they just wear high coats, no drawers. And it just be like, I don't want to see that. It's completely sad because you don't want to see that. Then you have women that jealous of you because you're not out there showing your behind, and they feel like you a problem or you think you better than them. It's not about being better. It's just y'all don't get tired of doing the same stuff all the time, showing y'all behind, and y'all think twerking on social media is cute. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not being judgmental, but why y'all think that stuff is cute? I'm just saying, like, why y'all think that's cute? And then they gonna say, well, the white girls be trying to do it. I said, okay, yeah, because I know we the blueprint, but when we stop doing stuff like that and start become leaders and stuff, then they will stop and they'll try to do the same thing too. But this is a society. Everybody got to twerk, and I mean, it. I didn't mind that, but it's just like everywhere you go, that's all you see. It's like, is y'all tired of doing that? Like, why nobody don't be trying to come up with dance, like routine? Basically, what I say is that most are striving to be the worst instead of being something, a positive example. Too many influencers, not enough lawyers. Well, yeah, because it's hard. It's hard to get in to be a lawyer, especially as black. And then, you try to talk to people to get into these jobs, and then they don't want to help you. That's the honest truth. That's why I was telling y'all, like, these people don't be want to help nobody. I've been trying to get into jobs, and a lot of people say, well, you got to do it yourself. Of course I do it myself. I'm working, but I'm asking you, it's way deep. People got to do what they got to do. But I'm talking about the young girls, though. The young girls. It's not about being an influencer either, because people can say the same thing about me. A lot of people say, you could have did this and that. You got to have money. Um, you got to know people. And every time I got to, know people, people become very intimidated by me. So it is hard to meet people that have genuinely respect for you and wants to see a positive change. But people just feel intimidated by me. So, yes, I work at a beauty supply store. I'm not ashamed of it because I have a job. Um, yes, I do deserve better, but no one's not willing to help me. I have been applying to jobs, haven't heard nothing back. Um, Jobs that are far out, you got to have money to get there and back because people can say this and that. Who finna pay 20 some dollars for an Uber? You got to try to get groceries and all that. That's just waste of money. See, people can talk about that now because they don't have to do it no more. Hello. So people that come on here on YouTube that criticize people, yeah, because let me tell you about these content creators. Let me tell you about these content creators. I watch them. So it's a couple of them. They always trick people, right? They always trick people of saying, well, I did this and that. Yeah, because y'all scamming for money. Y'all think people so stupid. Y'all asking for cash app, or y'all have a service you want to charge $100 for. That's how y'all getting y'all money. And people say, well, you gotta do this, you gotta go hard. I have went hard. I have done so much. I have done everything on my own. Like I tell people, I never knew I was going to be on social media. I didn't even plan on doing it. I just did it. But the thing about me, at least I have a job. Do I like the job? No. I have outgrown the job because I feel like I deserve more. I deserve better. And people who come on platform or in my real life trying to judge me, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I have done. But it's easy for people to look in and not exactly go through it. I don't care what nobody say. I don't want to hear it because it's not about people. Oh, you just don't want to this and that. I have. You don't know. Like I said, I asked people about jobs. I have asked about working airport and this and that, and people don't want to help you. They know people. This was before the all of this going on. So the thing is, I do relate to people. It is a struggle. It is hard, and people don't know how hard it is to get jobs. And it's not talking about, oh, you gotta work hard or you gotta in the yard. We've been doing that for a long time. So I'm just tired of people trying to, I don't know. And then y'all judge females as well as influencers or content creators. You wear too much makeup and this and that. How I'm wearing too much makeup? I'm just want to know how, because it don't make sense to me. But it's just people is that people love to criticize others because they're unhappy and they can't do what somebody else is doing. And that's what I get from being on YouTube is that I have a lot of haters. People tell me I'm a hypocrite. How am I a hypocrite? Because I'm telling the truth and I'm being open, I'm being vocal about the experience that I have been through of finding a job or trying to partner up with people who are in a business, and people get jealous of you, which you can do. So I don't want nobody sitting here up here trying to give me a lecture. And let me tell you this, I had older people in my life that I asked for help. You think they helped me? No. I asked them, hey, can you give me some spice, what I can put in my resume to spice it up. Oh, your resume all over the place. This and that. And see, that's why I talk about my people. Y'all don't want to help nobody. Y'all don't want to see nobody succeed because you want to keep them underneath you. I asked a grown man in his 40s to help me with my resume, and he said something like that. Because somebody said, because he wanted to talk to me, and I told him, no, you're older than me, and I said, I see you as a mentor or a friend. I don't see nothing more. So, yeah, he probably did get mad because he didn't want to do it. Thank you so much. So, I I just feel like every time I talk to people, when I ask them for help, either, with females, they feel insecure with themselves, I guess, around me, and then men feel rejected around me. But I'm not trying to date because I want to get myself together. I'm not trying to get money off you. Men be saying, I don't want no woman to get money off me. But at the same time, you do, because then you can have access and you can have control. You know what I'm saying? And it's hurtful and disappointing, how he acted towards me. And I told him about that. And he was just saying, well, I was just trying to help. No, you wasn't. Because the people that I was talking to, they had families and all of that. And then it's like, I don't know what it is about me that people feel differently. I don't know what it is. But God knows my struggle, and He knows what I have been through. I've been to explain my life, traumatic stress, traumatic anxiety. That's how I can explain my life. Trauma, stress, trauma, anxiety. I just never had nobody in my life to really be patient with me, to really help me. But I had a lot of people that made fun of me, discouraged me, kept me down, and just not supportive. Thank you. Yeah, so I dealt with a lot of people, and I had to back away because, my spirit was like, they not for you, because, the way they act, and it just was like childish behavior. Like, I was really disappointed. And people can say that I'm a hypocrite because I'm speaking my truth of what I went through traumatically, and I don't have friends, I don't have a boyfriend. Both sides are very evil to me. They're two-faced. Males don't want to see you do good. They think you just supposed to lay up with them and obey them. No, I'm not giving my body away. I don't know you. You can't even take me out on a date. You can't be consistent, but you can go out and smoke, do what you want to do. Why would I do something that's like that? I use ChatGPT to build my resume. Because I have it already written out. I just let them to add a little more. But you know, I have been struggling, before AI came. Like, I used to struggle with my resume. I really had to struggle with writing in my life because I felt like I didn't really belong because people be like, writing is easy, and writing wasn't easy for me. It just wasn't. Numbers, that was easy for me, and that was hard for people, math. But writing and stuff like that was very hard for me. And I used to ask people for help, and I still didn't get the job, and I didn't understand why. I paid out a lot of money I did Google. I did Career Builder. I did what is that? The grammar. You know, this and that. I've spent a lot of money on them sites and still nothing. And it was most. It just most days I just wanted to give up and not didn't want to be on this planet anymore. And um, it's just like why nobody don't want to help me, but I always have to help others. That's the impact. You know, I was being teased working at the beauty supply store, and people like, "Oh, well, I worked there, and this and that." Okay, but I'm not like you, and you're not like me. I do inventory, and I did all of that. Yeah, because the owner now then stopped that in April, and that's why I really wanted to leave 7 years ago. I just wasn't treated right, still not treated right. So I just been like rushing to get jobs, but at the same time, I didn't want to just rush to get any type of job that's the same thing or worse. You know, I want to be in an environment with good people I can really relate to. It don't have to be no competition or negativity, you know, amongst the females and males. I can work with both. So it's just very difficult. Um, it really is. And I want to date somebody that's not looking at me just because of my body or how I look, but also looking at my conversations. You know, to say, oh, she's smart, she's intelligent. You know, we have a lot in common. You know, I really like her, and that's the type of relationship that I want. It's a plus. Somebody is attractive, but I want somebody like, okay, I really like her because she have a very creative way of thinking, or she's very unique. She's, you know, people don't know how to be deeper, and people just want sex, and that's not what I'm looking for. It's sad out here, and I'm just tired of people thinking that they know my life, and they don't. You don't. It's not easy. It's not easy for no one. And these content creators, they get more money because they scam you out of money. They ask for cash app, or they put a link in their description to my they can help you. Then they charge money. That's all a gimmick. That's how they getting paid. Or they trying to teach you like it's just I'm just being truthful and authentic. I am not trying to be an influencer or whatever content creator. I don't want to be in the category of none of that, but I'm just being me. I learned how to do my own makeup. I learned how to do my own wigs. I learned how to do my own eyebrows. I learned how to color combination for eyeshadow, lip combo, face combination. I mean, that's what I'm showing you that's truthfully on here is my transformation. I was a plain Jane. I didn't know nothing about makeup. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing at all. But I'm here showing you guys my transformation. Physically and then a little bit of emotional and mental. I went through it all. I'm not perfect. I'm really not. I'm not perfect at all. There's no such thing as being perfect on this planet. But I have went through a lot. Fake friendships, fake relationships, fake people in general in my life. I don't want nobody trying to pray over me. That's that wicked and fake mess I cannot stand. Like I told y'all, I was a girl that I went to school with. She just, being funny. She trying to say, oh, you poor and this and that. And it's like, I did not say none of that. Why are you worried about what I'm doing? And if I was poor, I wouldn't be able to dress or have my hair done. I don't like people that feel like they better than you and see you beneath them. I don't like people like that. And I'm going to say this, when Storm Monroe said that when people have a very kind spirit and people, you know, take advantage and want to walk over them, but when you show your true self, oh, you're the villain. No, I'm not. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. You're definitely not going to disrespect me. You're definitely not going to put your hands on me. I went through all that when I was younger, and I'm not going to go through it as a adult. Okay? I don't care. You don't have to like me. You don't have to be around me. That's fine. I'm not fake. I'm not phony. I don't do none of that. I don't go somewhere where I don't belong. I'm not trying to get validation from people who don't like me, who are fake. You think I'm finna beg somebody for my time? You can be fake, you can laugh and smile, I can do the same thing and go about my business. And I could play dumb too. I could play with females and males. We can go at it all day. But I just want y'all to know is that don't listen to people who don't know nothing. Of course, yes, they'll say during their time, that's a whole different time. And then they had people, good people that wanted to help them. During these years, it's hard to find good people to want to help you with jobs because people are jealous of who you are, and it's just the negativity and their insecurity. So never listen to someone saying that you're not trying to be um, hard enough to find a job, or it's not easy. That's just like being an entrepreneur. It's not an easy task. People on here on TikTok and YouTube talking about it. I'm going back to my 9 to 5. People going back to them 9 to 5 they don't like, because entrepreneurship is hard. You gotta know the inventory. You gotta make sure it's selling. You gotta do deals and this and that. It's not easy. So never let someone bring you down because they telling you you're not working hard enough. People don't know what your life is like. See, people speak over you because they just think about themselves or what they did. Everybody's not the same. Everybody don't have good people, like I said, around them that's willing to help. And you got to be careful with people because people are negative and they don't want you to have a spotlight. So you do what you can and live through you. That's your transformation. That's your life. Don't let no one change it for you. All right? But make good decisions. Um, just stay positive through these hard times that we are going through. Thank y'all so much for watching my live. I did my Lisa Raye makeup look, and I really enjoyed you all of just being on here with me. And I thank y'all so much. Don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to watch my video today at 2:30, the hair transformation. I think you guys would definitely love this one. So catch it at 2:30, and I will see y'all Wednesday. All right. I love y'all. Happy Monday.